me, this is a lot of products. I want to do my summer essentials today, and I was originally gonna do beauty/lifestyle, but I have so many beauty products that I'm so excited to talk about. I thought it would make sense just to focus on the beauty. That way I can tell you why I like the product or why I decided to purchase. And if you're interested, I can save the lifestyle stuff and include that in a separate video. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Ashley, although I answer to Tia. I get addressed as Tia a lot in the comments, which is fine. I know my username is a little bit confusing, so I answer to Ashley or Tia. If you've been with me for a while, you know that my two favorite sunscreens haven't really changed. I've been liking them for well over a year. But if you're new, I thought I would share those because this is that time of year where everyone gets a little bit more concerned with sun protection. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with those. I have oily/combination skin that leans much more on the oily side this time of year, and I have found the best sunscreen for oily skin. It is the Paula's Choice Resist Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense. This is SPF 30 and it is a mineral-based sunblock, and sometimes those can have that annoying white cast, but this one has a one shade fits all tint. And it also dries down to a shine-free finish, and you're getting the SPF 30, so you're getting the sun protection, but they've also included antioxidants to repair the skin, and it also helps to boost collagen production. So you're getting sun protection and some added skincare benefits, and this is I think this is my fourth or fifth tube, so this is a huge favorite. My other favorite is in a little sample size right now, but I have gone through a huge full-size tube of this. It's from Suntegrity, and it's the 5-in-1 Natural Moisturizing Sunscreen. Just like the Paula's Choice, this one is SPF 30, and just like the Paula's Choice, this one has a tint. The difference is that this one comes in different shades. I think there are 5, and I have the lightest in shade Fair, and it also has the added antioxidants. The big difference is that I find this one to be more moisturizing. It has ingredients like aloe vera, jojoba, cucumber, green tea. So days I use this, my skin is just a little bit more shiny throughout the day, but on mornings when my skin is dehydrated, I want a more moisturizing. So to sum up, if you have dry skin, I would recommend the Suntegrity, and if you have oily skin, I would recommend the Paula's Choice. Let's move on to some new things in my handbag. I recently updated my hand cream to a more summertime appropriate scent, and this was thanks to my friend Sarah Nicole, who is just a beautiful person. And if you enjoy beautiful film photography, beautiful women, or beautiful cats, I think you would love her Instagram, so I will link that down below. But she recently sent me a package, and I think my favorite thing out of the entire box is this Pacifica Indian Coconut Nectar Super Hydrating Hand Cream. And she has the best taste, because if you would ask me my 3 favorite scents, I would probably say vanilla, coconut, and vetiver. And those are the 3 scents that make up this hand cream. And other than the smell being wonderful, it's just a really nice, moisturizing, quickly absorbing hand cream. And then just last night, I went to a recently remodeled Sephora, and I went looking for a particular product by Beauty Blender. It's called Moisturizing. Kind of a weird concept. Since I've been a little girl, I have gone through just millions. Are we up to millions? I don't even know if that's possible. A lot of the Clean and Clear blue blotting sheets. Now I still use the Clean and Clear. I also really like the Boscia ones, but I just go through them so often, and they are just always littering the bottom of my handbag, which is super annoying. So this is a reusable idea. They are flat sponges made out of the same material that Beauty Blenders are, and they're meant to use dry, and you just press them wherever you are shiny, and then when you need to, you just wash them and then you reuse them. But I thought they were kind of a fun time summer addition to my handbag. Should we move into makeup? I have some new stuff. I bought my first ever MAC foundation. I've never owned one before. I've had their lipsticks for a long time, but I've never been interested in their foundations. But one morning I logged onto YouTube, and it seemed like there were 15 reviews of the same foundation, and it's called the Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. I know a lot of, in my past summer essential videos, I recommend BB creams, but what happens if it's hot outside and gross, but you're not having a great skin day? Either your skin is looking really red or you're having a bad breakout. I really wanted to have one nice medium to full coverage foundation that could last if I started getting a little bit sweaty. But I have found that with a really nice hydrating primer and a beauty blender, this foundation really can't be beat. And I have put it to the test. I have been out and just sweaty and muggy. DC is like a swamp this time of year. So Northern Virginia, it's just so humid. And this foundation really lasts well. And just this past weekend, Jared and I were walking down Old Town Alexandria. They opened up a brand new donut shop, and he really wanted to try it, but we didn't know exactly where it was. So we just found where we could park, and we decided to walk to it. We ended up walking quite a bit, and I got really hot. Like, not like glowy, dewy, glistening. It was like sweaty hot. So we found the donuts. He loved them. We got back in the car, and he asked if I wanted to drop by the mall and visit my sister on the way home. And so I just looked at myself just to make sure I was presentable. But my makeup really hadn't budged at all. You could still see the blush I had on. You could see my highlighter. It didn't break up around my nose at all. So I was so impressed. So that has been like the biggest like A+ for me. For eyeshadow, I've been going a little bit lighter in favor of some bolder cheeks and lips. Today I'm wearing 2 red apple lipstick shadows, a cream color and sugar and spice, which is my all-time favorite. And I have that in the crease. And then when I was at Sephora looking for those blotting sheets or blotting sponges, whatever you want to call them, I saw a display of something I didn't even know was coming out. These are single shadows from Kat Von D, and they are called Metal Crush eyeshadows. And the one I bought, the one I was immediately drawn to, is Synergy, which is a beautiful bronze color. And when I put my finger in this and then swatched it on the back of my hand, I wish I had been there with somebody because I just wanted to turn to somebody and be like, try this, it's amazing, feel how soft it is. This is one of the nicest feeling eyeshadows I have ever felt, and I own a lot of eyeshadows. So if you see a display of this, definitely check them out. They had some beautiful colors. This bronze one I have smudged on my lower lash line today, and I love the little bit of definition it gives and then a little bit of shimmery bronziness to the look. The last thing I have in the makeup category came in a PR box a couple weeks ago, and I've fallen in love with them. They're these little potted lip and cheek colors by the brand By Rosie Jane. And that brand is known, I think, for their perfumes. I've seen their perfumes on Ecodiva Beauty's website, and they just released these little potted colors called Essentials, and they're for your lips and cheeks. And if I had to liken it to something I already own, they're like a hybrid of the Josie Maran Cheek Gelées and RMS's Lip Shines. So like the Cheek Gelées, they add a little bit of color and shine to your cheeks, and they last really well. And then I don't know if you've ever tried to put the Cheek Gelées on your lips. They're not marketed to be on your lips, and they don't feel good or look that good on my lips at least. So they're more like the RMS Lip Shines, where they add a little bit of color and a little bit of gloss. I actually find that these last longer than the Lip Shines, and I find them to be a little bit more moisturizing. And they also smell amazing. Before Jared left for work, I asked if he could smell one because I wasn't quite sure what they smelled like. He said like vanilla and like the beach, or he said sunscreen, I think vanilla sunscreen. So like a beachy scent with a little bit of warm vanilla. So they smell amazing. They come in 3 shades. A plum that is called Poppy, a bright pink named Rose, and then a coral called Marigold. My favorites are the coral and the plum. I'm wearing the coral on the apple of my cheeks today, and I really like that. And I also love the plum on my lips. I'm wearing a little bit of Max Soar lip liner, but I'll go ahead and just add a little bit of this plum poppy shade. So you can see they offer a lot of shine, but they don't feel heavy on the lips, and I really like to carry these around in my purse. And if my lips start feeling tight and dry throughout the day, this adds a little splash of color and a lot of hydration. So I'm really, really pleased with these. So I'll put the By Rosie Jane website down below. Okay, so far we've covered facial sunscreens, purse additions, and makeup. I think next I want to give you 3 ideas of things to add to your beach or pool bag. The first is a favorite from last year that's carried over. It's the Coola SPF 30 Sport. This is a sunscreen spray, and I have it in the scent Citrus Mimosa. It smells incredible, and it also is so effective. I use this if I'm going to take a walk out in the neighborhood. I also took this on vacation to the beach last year, and I never got burnt once. I am pretty careful. I try to stay underneath an umbrella, but I also did a lot of walking down the beach, and I never got burnt. So this is a huge favorite, and I love that you are now able to find Coola products at Sephora. So it makes it a little bit easier for people to get them. And then would it be a true summer essentials if I didn't include at least one Leilani skincare item? Leilani equals summer in my mind. It is the most beachy, summery brand. It is a Hawaiian Etsy shop, and I have loved everything I've tried, and I am gonna have more of their products in upcoming videos. But the one that I think is perfect for your beach or pool bag is the Cocoa Infusions. So if you're new to this brand, this is coconut oil along with some other kinds of oils like macadamia nut oil, sea buckthorn fruit, vitamin E, and a blend of organic fragrances. And the scent I have is Mahana. I think maybe that's how you say it. I do really like this. I think my favorite is still Pua Lei. I think that was the one I had before this. So once I'm done with this, I'm gonna repurchase that one. But they all smell amazing. And on the back it says, take me to the beach, put me in your hair, use me on your body, shave with me. And I've done all those things. It's just a really nice moisturizing oil, and it smells amazing. So it's just a nice addition to a beach or pool bag. My last recommendation would be a hydrating mist, and I love the one by One Love Organics and Elizabeth Dean, but it comes in a glass bottle, so that one tends to stay on my vanity. More recently, I purchased this one by Josh Rosebrook. It's the Hydrating Accelerator. This is in a plastic bottle, so it's a little bit more travel friendly, and it is just chocked full of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, herbal nutrients. So you're getting some hydration, but I also find it to be really refreshing. It has a very nice mist, so I'm gonna shake it really well and I will demonstrate for you. It It smells incredible, and the mist is so fine that I don't feel like I have tons of little like water beadlets all over my face, and as it goes on, it's incredibly cooling. So I think this would just be the perfect thing to have by your side if you're laying out by the pool and you can just easily mist this all over your face. These last two products can work for everybody, but they're specifically going out to my other pale, beautiful friends. And I am all about embracing your natural skin tone. And if you don't want an extra step or extra products to try to be bronze, I completely understand. And most of the time I hate all the upkeep that comes with selfless tanners, but I do keep one of our wedding pictures on this table back here so I see it a lot. And that summer is probably the most tan, and I use that term very loosely because I was not tan, but I did have just a hint of golden color to my skin. And if I could find a product that could mimic that without me actually having to sit out in the sun, I think that's a great thing. So this year for Selfless Tanner, I bought the Josie Maran Argan Liquid Gold Self Tanning Oil. And if you're familiar with her body butter in the apricot vanilla scent, this smells exactly like it, which is awesome, much better than normal self-tanning scents. I also really like the mitt that comes with it. It's very velvety. This is not foolproof, but if you use a light amount of product, so I put the mitt on, pour a little bit of oil into the palm of my hand and let it absorb in the mitt, then I go in and lightly buff it in circular motions onto my skin. If I use a small amount of product and really take my time applying it, it looks very natural and streak-free. So this has been, I really like it. I've only used it a few times, but I feel like it wears off evenly. That's always my biggest thing. If a self-tanner goes on looking beautiful, that's great, but it's really about how it wears away that's important to me, because I have extra time on the weekend, but during the week, I don't want to be messing with my self-tanner. So this one seems to be working pretty good so far. This last product, I'm so excited to talk about. It is a tanning product that rinses away when you're done with it. So if you don't want the upkeep that comes with a sunless tanner, but you want a little bit of color for a special occasion, this is such a great option. It's from the brand Perfect, which I've seen at Ulta and Sephora. I did buy this at Sephora. It's their Matte Body Perfection Gel Tan with SPF 30. So it does have hyaluronic acid and shea butter, so you're getting a little bit of moisture, but it doesn't feel very moisturizing going on. They call it a gel, but it's more like a really thick mousse. And when you squirt it out, the color is a little bit scary and it almost looks like a certain emoji. Don't be alarmed. I had gotten a sample of this in a Sephora order and I was so blown away with how beautiful the color was on my skin that I ended up buying the full size. I've decided that it's best to work in sections. So if I'm going to do my arms and my legs, I just do one arm at a time, and you don't need a lot of product at all. But it's almost like, you know how you hear people talk about leg makeup, like if you have some bruises or if you've nicked yourself shaving, this goes on, adds a little bit of color and just kind of helps to smooth those imperfections away. So if you're at an outdoor wedding and you're going to be wearing a dress, or you're at a barbecue and you're going to be wearing shorts, this just adds a nice little bit of color, helps to kind of smooth the appearance of your limbs. I don't know, I just really like it. I would not use this as your like go-to body sunscreen. It was very expensive, and to get the SPF 30, of course, you have to reapply. And I don't know how this would be like reapplying this color over top color. And I think you would go through this bottle really quickly. So I would use something like the Kula for my all over body sunscreen. But if you're gonna be outdoors for a short amount of time and you wanna look a little bit nice, I don't know, you just want your skin to look a little bit glowy, I really like this. I think we have made it to the end, and I know that was a lot, but I hope it was helpful and that maybe you found something to add to your beach or pool bag, or just something to use this summer. And if you have any summer essentials, I would love to read those. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.